Hello, my spooky pickles. I have actually got a new stand for my phone. I can't use it right now because it looks like I have to actually set it up and I don't want to break it. But thank you to my wonderful mumsy for buying it for me because I think she started to feel sorry for me. So just want to do more videos of the shaking and then I'll start using it. Because I don't want to break it because it's come with instructions and I have to dedicate time to sit and look at it, and I have to be in the right frame of mind for that. And my son didn't let me sleep last night. He's been poorly. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. You have to excuse the shaking, like I said. Only want to see more videos. And there'll be no more shaking, hopefully. So, we're going to do something a little bit different today, just because I came across something I thought, wow, that's really interesting. And it sort of reminded me, like, of a folklore tale, but it wasn't. So, it was actually a song, and I'm not like a song music reaction channel, obviously, but it felt like, it was like watching a story that you would hear or read. It's like from a Brothers Grimm. It felt really, it felt like I was watching folklore, if that makes any sense. Just because the way it was shot and filmed and edited and the simplicity of it and the storytelling in it. So I'm actually going to break down this song today. So if you don't like it, well, let me know. I can't promise I won't do it again because it's my channel, but I'm assuming you like the kind of things I do, seeing as you're watching me. Anyway, I hope you do enjoy it. So it's Paris Paloma, I believe I'm saying that name right. I hope I am. And it's called Labour. I'm sure most of you have heard of it. It's probably famous from TikTok, but mostly like the chorus because you just get like a sound bite of it, don't you? But yeah, it was just like there's a big message behind it, and it resonates a lot with some of the folklore I've been covering recently. So I'm just gonna get into it, and hopefully you enjoy it because I've rambled on for 2 minutes now. If you're still here, I can't even talk. If you're still here, enjoy it. And my rambling and inability to speak today, apparently. Sorry. Well, we all know I'm not really, but I've got to pretend I'm sorry. You should be used to this by now, people. So it starts off. Why are you hanging on so tight to the rope that I'm hanging off this island? This was an escape plan, carefully timed, so let me go and crash down to the waves below. That's the first opening set of lyrics. I forgot the word for it. You know what I mean. So we're already starting off. It's like quite heavy already. Like there's someone, and in the story it's a woman. So don't be getting into gender wars with me. It's just a female singing it about females. So that's how I'm going to phrase it. I'll get into my thoughts at the end. So no one get into gender debating me right now. So someone is clearly like is in a situation so bad they want to escape, and she'd rather take her chances just letting go of this rope and crashing into waves below, which don't sound calm and gentle. It sounds like she's on an island with crashing waves, and she'd rather jump into them than stay in the situation she's in. But someone clearly wants her to stay and have control over, is what I'm getting from these lines. So either literally to escape or escape from just can't say it on here, but the other way of escaping that isn't physical. You're no longer on planet Earth. But yeah, she'd rather just take her chances in the sea. If her plan doesn't work, she'll just crash into the waves below. And then the next set of lines is, who tends the arches, who fixes up the gables, emotional torture from the head of your high table, who fetches the water from the Rocky Mountain Springs, and who walks back home again to feel your words and their sharp sting. I'm getting fucking tired. Those are the actual words, even though I do say fuck a lot. So it's someone that's clearly been taken advantage of. She's going to fetch the water from the Rocky Mountain Springs, and water gets heavy after a while and it's sloshing about. It's not pleasant. And, tending the orchards, so I'm assuming like apples, pears kind of things, but it's hard labour, like actual labour. She's in the song title. But not just that, not only is she unappreciated, clearly, but she's being abused. Like, she's being clearly physically taken advantage of for this work, and emotionally abused, because it says, your words and their sharp sting, and from the head of your high table, meaning you think you're up there, like on your high horse, and you're higher than me. And in the music video, it's her husband. He feels he can clearly berate her after doing all the work. So no wonder she wants to escape. Again, I'm going to get into the whole my views and the meanings after, but it's very interesting. Like, if you see my videos, you'll be able to already see the comparisons between some of the folklore that I've covered, and if you haven't, go watch them. Or if you just know a lot about folklore, you'll understand, and if you don't, do if you want to watch it. We're going to move on, and again, I'm going to give my whole opinion at the end, so it's not a million hours long. So yeah, it says, the capillaries in my eyes are bursting. If our love died, would that be the worst thing? For somebody who I thought was my saviour, you sure make me do a whole lot of labour. So this person that she thought was going to be a team, a partnership, was going to save her from something she clearly already wasn't happy about because she felt that she needed saving, is making her work even harder and feel less loved. She even said, if our love died, would that be the worst thing? Like, it sounds like it's already died, at least for her. She's saying, would it really be a bad thing? It doesn't sound like it to me. It doesn't sound like she feels very loved, or like he's being very loving to her, and it's just crushing her spirit. What is there to love, really? The next bit goes, sorry, lost my place. The callous hands, the callous skin on my hands is cracking. If our love ends, would that be a bad thing? And the silence haunts our bedchamber, you make me do too much labour. So again, there's no affection, there's no love. Like she seems saying, like the silence haunts the bedchamber, like there's no talking, there's no cuddling, there's no affection, and anything that might be going on there, she's clearly not getting no pleasure from it. It's just for him. It's just she's doing all the work again. And then this is the last bit. I think this is like the chorus that most people will know. It's all day, every day. Therapist, mother, maid, nymph, then a virgin, nurse, then a servant, just an appendage, live to attend him, so that he never lifts a finger. 24/7 baby machine, so that he can live out his picket fence dreams. It's not an act of love if you make her, you make me do too much labour. It's saying she's not doing this all out of an act of love. She's not really being given a choice, because she's been made to do it. She's been made to do all these things. She's been made to carry the physical, the emotional, every part of the relationship. She's carrying it. She feels the full burden of the whole relationship on her shoulders. She's not getting any pleasure, any safety, any comfort, any security, any love, any affection. Just his nasty words berating her from his high table. And in the music video, we see her laying out a table, and he's just sat there watching her do it. And then she sits at the other end, and her plate's empty. She's not allowed to start eating yet, and he's just taking whatever he wants from all this food she's set out for him. And she's not allowed to eat, basically, pretty much until he says she can have the scraps that are left. And you see the bit on the video where he sort of taps his glass and she stands up, like, about to serve him again. You can see her just sat down like, no, fuck you, pretty much. And she starts eating this, like, pomegranate and all this, like, red fruit. Like, there's some grapes, like, the purpley red grapes and the pomegranate. And the way she's eating it, like, all the juice is running down her face, so it sort of looks like blood. But it's really cool, and she's just staring him down while she's doing it, and he's looking, like, a bit annoyed at her and a bit put out, but he's not saying nothing. He's just sort of glaring at her. And then at the end, when it finishes the last bit of the chorus, you make me do too much labour, she just disappears out the chair, and he's looking like, where did she go? Because she's had enough. She's disappeared. She's gone. Because she's not going to take this BS anymore. So my thoughts on it are, how I relate it to the folklore is, it's obviously a lot like Cinderella. And if anyone's seen my Coat of Many Furs, similar to that, like, they had to put in some work. They had to put in the hours. Like, obviously, Cinderella, everyone knows that story. The stepmother treated her like crap. She had too many burdens for one person. It wasn't fair. And she managed to get the prince saved her. And in a coat of many furs, she wasn't so much like a servant, but she was being abused by her father. And about to be even more abused by her father if she didn't escape. And then when she did escape, she started to put in a lot of work and act as a servant, even though technically she was a princess. She had to escape her father, so she couldn't just announce herself. She had to be a servant in his kitchen for a long time, and then sort of get the king to notice her doing all these like little tricks. And I'm not going to tell you the whole story because there's a video on that. Go find it if you want to watch it. It's labelled and everything. But yeah, it really makes me think of those specific two stories. There's probably more, but it's those two in particular it makes me think of because it's just such blatant abuse in both stories. And I like to say Cinderella because that's the most common and obvious one, and A Coat of Many Furs because it's just one of my favourites and it's on the channel, so if you want to go and see what I'm on about, you can. There's other videos, I'm not just plugging myself, I'm just telling you so you can relate more to what I'm saying now. But yeah, she's took the power into her own hands. Like, she thought she was someone that's going to be a saviour and they're going to be a team and they're going to work together, and she's just got ripped off, basically. Thoroughly got ripped off. She's carrying all the burdens. She's doing all the physical labour, all the emotional labour, all the heavy lifting of this relationship that she doesn't even think it's a bad thing that the love's ended now. She said, if our love died, would that be the worst thing? No. Because he killed it. He killed it by not giving her any affection, any appreciation, and all the hard work she was doing. He was just being downright abusive to her. And I think it speaks to a lot of people as well, because I spoke to a few people that I know about it. And the reason I think it is so popular because it trended on TikTok and other places. So I'd heard the chorus for a while, and then I came across the actual music video and watched it. I was like, wow. I think it's resonated so much with people because no, we're not in the medieval times, which is when the music video was like set. And no, we're not physically made to marry off into a wealthy family or whatever, but it's only recent history, like the past 150 years, that women have had any rights. And it sort of feels like people, not just men, but people, some governments, are already trying to take it away. It's like, now we've had enough of doing this bullshit. We're not here to be your servants. We're not here to be, like a freak in the sheets and like a lady in the streets. Like, no. We can't pretend to be virgins and then get all freaky. Well, no, you take us for who we are and how we are and however we decide to be. And yeah, both people in a relationship or friendship or whatever kind of relationship should put the work in. It shouldn't be one person doing all the labour, all the effort, all of everything, and then taking someone's verbal abuse. And I mean this if you're a man or a woman. If you're this kind of person in a relationship, fuck you, seriously. Fuck you right in the face. Because how dare you treat a person this way? How dare you expect someone to do all the emotional, physical labour, earning the money, taking care of the kids if you've got kids, taking care of the house, and then you berating them. Man, woman, non-binary, I don't care. If you do that to anyone else, don't watch me. Fuck off. I don't want to be part of your life. If you're that kind of person, don't even watch me. Don't think anyone like that would watch my videos, but seriously, fuck anyone that treats anyone like that, because it pisses me off. And it pisses me off that it feels like our rights as women are already trying to be taken away when we had to fight so hard for them. And like I said, it's recent history that we've only just gotten any. And in certain parts of the world, women still are seen as property. That's why I think this song and music video really hit something inside of me, and I wanted to talk about it. Because again, in these fables and fairy tales and folklore, in a lot of them, the women are seen as property. And we're owned by the fathers or stepmothers and then married off to whoever and could be put in any situation. And in a lot of the tales, they had to save themselves and sometimes ended up in a worse situation or, managed to figure it out. But they were in not pleasant situations and they were to tell stories. So like, no, don't be treated this way. Own your own power. Stand up for yourself. Don't be taken advantage of. Be aware of the kind gentleman that seems just not to write, you know, like the wolf in sheep's clothing. So, just be aware of who you invite into your life. And if someone's treating you like this, do what you can to leave, because it's easy to say just leave. I know it is. I know it is. So if anyone needs advice or help or to chat, honestly DM me or DM anyone. If you're in a situation, get help please, because I cannot tolerate abuse of any kind. And that's man, woman, non-binary, trans. Don't care who you are, what you are. Don't care. If you're being mistreated by anyone, get yourself some help and support, please. Because the way the world is going is pretty scary, actually. And that's another reason I wanted to talk about this video. Because everyone goes, oh, well, yeah, women wanted equal rights. No, it's not equal making us do all the work. And then going, well, you wanted equal rights. Fuck you. Fuck you, seriously. And this is a bit of a heavier video, but it pisses me off. Because still, our rights are already trying to be taken away. People in America have lost their reproductive rights. And stupid Nigel Farage, and I'm not usually political on this channel, but I'm going to say it, he's trying to take human rights away, especially women's rights. We've only just got them. We have to fight, and this is another reason I like these stories, because they have messages in them. Don't let people take your power. Your body is your body. If you don't want someone to touch you, they should not touch you. If you do not want to have a child, do not have a child. Do not let anyone think that they can own you. Even if you're married, yeah, you belong to each other, all that, it's like romantic, whatever. But you belong to yourself. And this is what the music video was saying, like she disappeared. She'd had enough. She didn't want to be part of this relationship anymore. So she left. It's quite insinuates a few things, how she just disappeared at the end of the video. Like, did she escape? Did she get killed? Did she kill herself? Did she run away and escape? We don't know. She just disappeared. But she left. I'm not encouraging suicide, by the way. No one, for God's sake, don't do that. But she left the situation. Everyone needs to own their own power. Whether that's speaking up in work or standing up to a partner that might be taking advantage or might not even be aware, might be blissfully aware of how much they're taking the piss. Stand up for yourself and say, no, this isn't fair. This isn't a partnership. You need to step up now. And if you're in that relationship or situation and you didn't see it before, but maybe this video or something else makes you see it, you have the right to say to whoever, this isn't a fair situation. And ask to be treated equally. And if they can't, you have the right to leave. Sorry, I got a bit serious then. Yeah. Like, I've been doing a lot of folklore recently, and I've come across a lot of abusive stories. And this really spoke to something in me, and the mistreatment of women in general. And there's a lot in folklore. But to tell a story, to deliver a message, and just seeing the state of the world scares me right now. So again, I just want to let people know, don't let your rights be taken away. Stand up for yourself and fight for what is yours and what you deserve to have autonomy over, like your own civil rights, like your own bodily autonomy. And if you're that kind of person that thinks you have the right to, you do not have the right over anyone else's body. And if you think you do, go get some therapy, please, and save the world. Your horrendousness. So that's my thoughts on that music video and song. It's a lot, but the way it was played out and the way the lyrics sort of spoke to me, even before I saw the video, I heard the song and watched the video, and I could sort of see it playing out in my head, and it felt like a folklore tale, like a warning. Don't put up with being mistreated. It's not love if you're being made to do certain things. You're not doing it out of an act of love. You're doing it from abuse. And you don't have to. That's my TED Talk for today, guys. A bit heavy, you know, I'm sorry. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got what I was saying. If I offended anyone, I don't care. If you're offended, fuck off. Don't watch me. Don't want you to watch me if you're offended by what I just said. Also, please please don't anyone misconstrue what I said by saying escape a situation by meaning suicide. I do not mean that. Get help and advice and support. Don't leave the planet, please. Anyone else that is offended by telling you everyone has their own body autonomy rights and all that crap, fuck off. But I don't think you're watching this channel anyway. So, I'm not going to get that political again. It's just a lot of stuff's happening and worries me. And I just, some thoughts came out. So anyway, if you're watching me, I think you get the kind of person I am. And I think you like my weird personality anyway. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll speak to you all soon. See you later, my spooky pickles.